In one word, describe the game's hang-up.
Vibrant. Everyone's kind of getting along, playing games.
I would be underestimating if I gave it any less than a 10, right? I've met some fantastic people here today, so it's a 10.
Oh, I'm loving it, especially this drink from Court of Cards. Yes, the best drink ever, passion fruit.
I had a lot of fun, honestly. I feel I've been in touch with my inner child, which is something I should do more.
Such a different atmosphere altogether. I don't think I have ever been to such an event earlier.
What's your impression of Builder's Tribe so far?
Builder's Tribe just screams community. It's just for the people.
The way you've managed and organized this event, I'm really impressed because it's something that we haven't done before and we were lacking as a community.
It's a nice community. I love how you came up with the idea to network with a lot of people. Networking, chilling, hanging out, playing cards. I love it. Drinks, especially. I love my drinks.
Community. Coming together. I've met 6 new people today, which is really good. And I'm going to take those meetings further. I'm going to just through games.
It is getting interesting, and I think after today's conversation that I had around the table, there's some interesting subject and plan and project coming up.
This tech community is different in terms of the way networking is being happening. There are these young minds behind it, so we get to learn a lot with these guys.
I've been looking for a community such as this for quite some time.
It's a lovely community actually and diverse. I love that I met some people who work with as mentors in the community, and it's also fun to see some university students joining, so there's a really diverse, let's say, background of people joining all in all.
Bring that joy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Tech Forward Talks. I'm Adra Mafabe, your host, and I'm super excited to be here and to be sharing this time with all of you. So as you well know, please, very quickly, as you come in and you're joining us live, make sure to tell me in the comments where you are joining in from, and I'll be giving you a shout out. I'll be spotlighting you. So this is Tech Forward Talks. We do this every month at Builder's Tribe, and what we're trying to do is to create and bring in an opportunity for conversations that founders need to happen. Right, so we bring in different kinds of professionals across different industries. So Tech Forward Talks covers founders, investors, tech professionals, basically anyone willing to learn about what it means or it takes to either grow a business, launch a fund, or just develop in your careers. So I'm super excited to see all of you live right now. So don't forget, tell me in the comments where you are tuning in from. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and it's business expansion through partnerships and collaboration. And we have the amazing Dr. Abdul Ghaffar here with us today. I'll be bringing him on shortly, but for now, I would say welcome to today's Tech Forward Talks. It's going to last for approximately 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and we'll be taking you through all of these things under the aforementioned topic. So don't forget to like this, follow Builder's Tribe across all socials. Hold on, let me pop that up somewhere. 1 minute. So follow Builder's Tribe across all channels, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll be bringing Dr. Abdul Ghaffar up now. Hello, Doctor. How you doing?
Hi, Ajay. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. And yeah, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right. So we like to do this before you even introduce yourself. So we like to ask one very interesting question, which is, what's the most adventurous thing that you have ever done?
Oh, it is coming to Qatar.
Okay, that's very interesting. Would you like to expand more? Give us a little bit of the gist.
I love the story, and I would like to always repeat it. 2 years back, I was coming to Qatar to just have a relaxation anyway, and that's when I jammed Web Summits, right? Say, so, and from then, my dimension changed when it comes to international business, and that's what actually brought this it actually changed my dimension to business, and I started working on cross-border collaboration because initially I was just thinking that I was doing perfectly well in my own country, Nigeria. But when I came for Web Summit and I met with a lot of founders, investors, entrepreneurs, the whole thing changed, and I can see the ecosystem that Qatar has actually provided for entrepreneurs and founders. So the whole thing changed. So that's why I said it's an adventure for me because it has actually added lots of value to what I have for.
All right, that's good to know. Thanks for sharing that with us. Interestingly, for me also, my journey into Qatar has been quite an adventure, and it's really great to see all the great things that the government is doing to support entrepreneurs and everything around that. So, would you like to spend around 1-2 minutes introducing yourself? We already have someone in the chat saying hi. So hi, real Sam Olu. Thanks for joining in live. So don't forget to tell us where you're tuning in from. We would like to give you a shout out as well. So, Dr. Abdul Gafar, please tell us about the amazing work that you're doing at Ashgaf Group and yeah, all of
All
that.
right. Good evening once again, and it's my pleasure of being here today. My name is Dr. Abdul Gafar, and I'm the founder and business development executive at Asgard Group. So basically, we are a business and management and consulting company, and what we do is we work with founders, we work with investors, we work with entrepreneurs when it comes to business um, penetration, business management, and as well human resources management. So our interest is basically looking for opportunities across borders, looking for opportunities where we can actually work together with disruptors, with innovators. So I can see that there are a lot of founders out there. Some of us we struggle to start what we are doing right now. So we think that if there's an avenue for founders where they can come together, just like what Builders Tribe is currently doing. So we are working with them so that we can work with the idea. I believe that no one can survive in isolation. So that is where we think that okay, we just come together. Let's see what we can build together. Let's see how we can manage things together. Initially, Asgard Group is having like subsidiaries. It's having like 5 subsidiaries. So which focus on real estate, travel and tours, and business education, construction, and all that. So, but the Asgard Group itself, as we registered it here in Qatar, we are basically into business consulting. And what we want to do, what we want to achieve is that we want to bring businesses together. We want to bring them together to work together, to collaborate together, because businesses is much more better when it is collaborating than when it is in competition, when it is into competition. So that's where we are, and that's what I do. I'm a business developer.
All right, thank you for giving us that brief intro, Dr. Abdul Gafar. So I would recommend for everyone watching live and whoever will catch the replay, please connect with Dr. Abdul Gafar on LinkedIn. That's his initials and his full name, Dr. Abdul Gafar Asimi. So you can reach out to him in case you need his services or anything else. We have a couple more people that have joined us. Housing, I'm not sure who this is, but hello, thanks for joining. We have Meg Green joining us from the UK, and we have Eniola saying hi. So hi to everyone. We will be going straight in, and remember, at the end of everything, we're going to do a Q&A. So make sure to get your questions ready. If you brought your questions beforehand, or you have questions as we go on the live, we're going to answer a few before we wrap up today. Okay. Now I'll be moving on to the questions for the day. And the first question is, All right. So, how do you know when your business is actually ready for a partnership?
I think first thing is to understand what a business is.
Mm.
So when you understand what a business is, you will then think of perhaps you actually need to partner with people or you want to do it on your own. Even if it is trading, you definitely need people to work with. And God Himself has actually created us to work together. So you should know when to bring someone on board. And when you are determining whether you need a partner, so you definitely need to identify what you are bringing on table. Then what exactly do you need? Then what should be the outcome after the partnership? So if these three concepts are not well defined, you are not ready, and you are not even clear on what exactly you want. Like I said during my introduction, that business is more of collaboration than competition. So you need to first know, identify yourself that what value am I bringing to? Because you cannot just reach me and say that, oh, can we partner? First thing I'll ask you is, or I will think is, what do I benefit from you? So before I even ask you the question, what will I benefit from you? You should be able to have the answer for me. Oh, perhaps you have examined me, you have look into my business or profession and you say, oh, this person is lacking this particular thing, then I have it. Then let me work with him. So when you are bringing that to me, I will be eager to work with you. So it's not negotiable. So I will definitely know this person has solution to my problem. So that is what you are bringing. So after identifying that, then not look at the other party. What are you taking away from that person? Then what will be the outcome of the partnership at the end? So these are the three things you need to take into consideration before you look out for partnerships.
All right. That's very comprehensive. Thanks for giving that very succinctly. Uh, so interestingly, this response that you gave around how we've literally been made to collaborate and to partner with each other, and that founders should look out for specific things in the companies or the people that they want to partner with. That brings us to our next question. So, would like for you to go into a little more detail on that. So, what should a founder be looking out for before approaching another company for a partnership? Like specifics, quick lists, straight to the point. You can share stories if you have any, just to help.
Yeah, it's very simple. Like I said, I'm a business developer and I love working with people. So, and this working with people has to be strategic. What I mean here is that there must be an alignment between the parties that want to partner. There must be an alignment. I look at my strengths, then I look at my weakness. That is what, right? Now, the strength I have, how can my partner benefit from it? Then, how can I benefit from my partner? That weakness I have. My weakness is what I cannot do or what I cannot afford to do. So, partnership is more of getting something that I cannot do or getting something that will be much better if I do it together with someone. Perhaps if I'm working, let's just for instance now, I have a business and I'm looking for a branding consultant. Do you get? So we want to partner. I would be thinking like, oh, I cannot be wasting my time on social media designing website. So can't I work with someone? Of course, I can decide to hire someone and pay on a payroll. But I will like, okay, if I'm looking at that, it might not be a long-term journey. So why not look for a branding consultancy firm to partner with? So what do we do? Like I said, it's more of collaboration. So what do? I approach, okay, you are a branding consultancy firm. So I'm a business developer. I have business ideas and I work with founders. So instead of just getting the business from them and trying to do all things together, you handle the branding part of it. I will handle the marketing. So all you need to do is just look at the business of that particular client, look at the shortfalls, then bring up the ideas on what they can develop on it. Then we go into sales. So I can look at the finance part of it. So even though I'm an economist and I have a bit knowledge of finance, that doesn't mean that I should do it all in law. I can I can work with what's it called, a financial analyst. So you come, let's collaborate, let's do things together. And if you look, A consultancy is more of sharing ideas. Like you are bringing people like minds together. You want to work things together to come out with one tangible result. That is it. So you have to look for strategic alignment where you can complement each other. So for B2B, I've been working all around the clock. I've been working with businesses. We are looking for, so at least we want to partner with them, want to help them improve their sales, want to help them improve their employment retention. And what we come up with, in fact, I find it so amazing that when I approach a particular company that is doing much of what we are doing, and the manager was like, but we are doing the same business. I said, yes, we are doing the same business, but in different way. My own is cross-border penetration. Your own is local here in the country. So while I focus on the international business, you can focus on the local business. Anytime I have a client who is interested in the local market, then I attach them to you. Anytime you have a client who is interested in international business, you attach them to me. We are complementing each other. So I would rather focus on that thing that I have strength on than making a way for myself to just work both local and international, and at the end of the day, I will not achieve anything. So you have to look at the compatibility, the complementary part of it, then the reputation of the business, of the partner you want to source, then do they even have access to customers? That's one of the things. And why here, I want to be using Qatar because it's new here, and the only idea that came to me is like, no, you cannot do this thing alone. You need to work with local markets. And that's why whoever you are partnering with, like I said in the first question you asked, that you need to look at the benefits for each parties. You understand? So do they have customers? Instead of you sourcing for new customer by yourself, why not leverage on existing customer that those businesses have? So by the time you work with them, you partner with them indirectly, you are having access to their customers. For instance, as a business owner, you have let me see, for instance, now as a business owner, I partner with real estate agents. You understand? What I want to achieve is that whenever I have clients coming into the country, definitely they need accommodation. Or perhaps they need real estate investment. So what I do is I partner with those people. I don't have to be in real estate, even though that's my core business back home in my own country. But I don't have to be practicing real estate everywhere. What I do is that I just introduce them to you, or even if it's the legal entity, I just introduce them to that company. You do the necessary thing you want to do professionally. My own is just to get my referral and bonus, or however we have agreed on. So basically, when you are approaching, you must be clear. There must be clarity. There must be clarity on what you want to achieve. There must be clarity on the reputation of the business you are partnering with. Because if you are not careful, that business or company you are partnering with can ruin you down if the reputation is not that good. Then, in terms of customer access, you need to look at that part as well. Like, okay, do they have, for instance, now I want to improve my sales. So I want to leverage on a company that has existing target audience that I need. So it is very easier for me, instead of looking for customers there and there, I would rather partner with companies that have the existing target audience that I need. Then we work things together. Through that, I'm getting two things. I'm working B2B and I'm also working B2C indirectly.
All right. Thanks for going into that deep dive. You've answered many questions in very brief ways, but I want you to go a little deeper into what the goals should be for a partnership. For example, when two businesses have different goals, right? How do you handle that before you actually sign anything?
It's not necessary that you have similar goals, and that's why I said that you have to be strategic. You need to look for the strengths that will complement your weakness. So this fact that, like I said, that I went to a company and they were like, we are doing the same business. We have similar goals, right? But different dimension. I'm looking this way, they are looking that way. It's not necessarily that we look at the same way. You get it? So that place that they are not looking at, that is your hook. to attract them. Well, I remember having a virtual call with a client 2 days ago, and we're like, oh, this is interesting. I saw your offer, and it's very complementary with what we currently do. What do? They are here in the GCC. They want to penetrate into the African region. Do you get? And the fact that we introduce, okay, we have a home-based company in Nigeria is African, right? And our target is we want to merge GCC and the African regions together. So it's quite interesting. So they don't have to focus on going. They will just remain. They will maintain their what's it called? Their strengths in the GCC. Why are we maintaining our strength in the African region? So we are complementing each other. There's a particular partnership we had as well with a firm. What do? They are into education and they need representative. You understand? Instead of sending their personnel in Nigeria, so they leverage on our company. Since we have a company there, we just be like their official representative in the country. Do you get? So it has drastically reduced the cost of operational cost for them, while they are still leveraging on the existing company in that country. So you may have similar goals, but it's not necessarily that you have the same goal, or you have the same goal, but in different dimension. It depends on your capability. Then it depends on your strengths. Yeah, let me use strength. Depends on your strength and your focus. Where you are focusing on, it may be like your focus is basically local, or your focus is regional, or your focus is global. You cannot be everywhere, of course, but you can work with. I'm here in Qatar. If I want to operate business in Dubai, I don't necessarily have to be in Dubai. All I need to do is work with people who are already doing the same business I'm doing there in Dubai, so that we can work things out. Okay, we help clients to set up their business. So imagine a customer reaches out to us now and say that he wants to open a company in Dubai. Do I have to go and open office in Dubai before I serve the customer? No. All I need to do is just collaborate with a PR company in Dubai, and they work things out. He is my client. He does not want to know who opens the company, who created the company for him, or who helped him to organize the whole activities within for his business. All what he needs is the outcome. So definitely, I work with people within my industry, so it will reduce the cost of or the operational cost. One, it will make me more efficient. It will make me more strategic, because I will have to focus on that strength that I have. Because if care is not taken, you may lose your strength while you are pursuing other things. Rather than losing your strengths, focus on your strengths and leverage on people's strengths to complement your weakness.
Strengths and weaknesses. There's something I've seen that has been the focus of, a lot of the things that you said. You've given many interesting, good stories about things. When things go well, it looks very good. But this question now is very interesting, right? So, like, what are the warning signs that a potential partner could become a problem later?
One of it is communication. When there is no good communication between parties, you cannot express what you want, or you cannot understand what the other party wants. So there must be clear terms when you are writing agreements. Partnership is not more of just signing. You need to understand the terms. You need to understand when you need to back off. You need to understand your commitments. What am I bringing in? What are you bringing in? Both of us need to understand. So, for instance, now, let me still go back to when there was a particular agreement we signed previously, and it states that we were talking about exclusivity, and the agreement says that after 1 month, if we are not delivering, there will be termination of the agreement, or the outsource to another person. So that is not possible, because if I have used my resources to create awareness for branding, and you are giving me 1 month to just get results, it's not possible. So what I will do is that let's do a 1 year exclusivity. So after 1 year, if there's no result, then we can terminate the partnership. So I may be in a rush to just, thank God, so company, and it's a big company anyway, that so company has agree to partner with us, and I'll just go on LinkedIn or go on Instagram and post it, we are now in partnership, when I have not even understood what is in the agreement. So there must be clarity in the agreement you are signing. Because if care is not taken, in a very short period, you observe that Mr. A is doing something that is in contrary with what is in the agreement. And be like, no, you did not tell me that before. Oh, I don't understand it this way. So when you receive an agreement, read it, understand it, give it to your lawyer, let your lawyer vet it, let him tell you where, and not just a lawyer, because of course, there are different kind of lawyers. We have those who are basically into real estate. We have those who are basically into international business. We have those who are basically into, there are a lot. So you need to know the kind of lawyer you want to engage, the person that understands the concept of business or partnership, so that it will explain the whole terms for you in a layman term. So it won't be like, oh, I don't know that this is how it will be. Okay, there was a particular one that came into in the agreement as well, and it said that, okay, we will pay you 500, we'll pay you 1,500 Qataria for every referral. Say no, it can't be fixed. If I'm bringing a client for you, and a client is paying, the current price is 10,000 right now, Qataria, and maybe peradventure after some months you increase the price to maybe like 15 Qataria, and you are giving me a fixed rate. It's not done anywhere. So it has to be in a percentage. And we agreed. But I can just be in 1,500 Qataria, that's fine, and I will start to work. So when the price increased, I will now say, no, the price has increased. But what we have already agreed, we signed that it's 1.5. So why didn't you say that you don't want a fixed price? You should. So there must be a clear terms, the commitments, the communication method, how you want to, then the exit plan. So it won't choke you. It won't be like, no, we have signed an agreement, it is 5 years, and you cannot back up until after 5 years. So the exclusivity part of it also must be well understood. Then your what's it called? Your IP, your data access must be well protected. So for instance, now you have a client, like I said, let's assume that I have a partner in Dubai who I'm working with, and a client needs to open a business in Dubai. I don't have to send the information to them. All I need to do is, okay, get the information, open the business, and so that it will be like the person is not stealing your clients. You understand? You are not exposing your client to them. So all this can be stated in the agreement. If those terms are not well or clearly stated, then we have problem. So in summary, the communication, the commitment, the exit plan, everything has to be stated in the agreement before you know whether to go in or not to opt in.
These very specific examples. So still circling around this whole agreements, partnerships, and what you should do before you even get the partner, right? Now we'll switch to the other side and say, okay, now we've signed, we've put in all these things, we've agreed on what the percentage should be, we've done all of these things. And then this partnership looks good publicly, but it's providing zero customers, zero revenue. It's not doing any of the things that you expected it to do. How long should you give it before walking away? And should this be something that should be considered during the agreement? What are the terms for the partnerships to end?
Anyway, it depends on the KPIs you have set for on the agreements. Like, okay, this is what we want to achieve in X years or X months. So if it's not working, fine, you have signed, you have shared pictures, you have celebrated, and it's working at initial, but later something went. You need to go back on the agreement, on the terms. What went wrong? Is it the economic situation? For instance, now maybe in summer period, business normally comes up very well, and we are in winter, and be like, oh, what is happening? You cannot blame your partner because it is the current situation, the weather situation that is affecting the business. It can be in terms of inflation as well. Maybe because of inflation, prices have increased and it's affecting sales because people, or it can be in terms of, it depends. you need to first identify. It's not just backing out. Oh, we are not, because we are not generating. Let's go off. No, you need to first, because agreement is more of building relationship than transaction. So we need to understand that agreement is just, you are building a relationship with the other parties, not just the transaction. Even transaction is the basis of it, but that agreement is like a ring from a husband to his wife. You understand? Like, okay, you are bringing something together. This is what binds us together. You must stick to it. So when it's not working, just like you say, oh, this relationship is becoming toxic, let's divorce. Divorce is not it's not the right thing now. Let's sit down. Let's see what actually went wrong. Then we see whether we can amend it, whether we can correct it. But if it's not correctable, then let's go in parts.
Sorry, I was muted there for a minute. That's actually quite good. No, because a lot of people find it difficult to walk away from agreements and conversations and partnerships that might not be working as they were supposed to. So thank you for sharing that. And now this one is also related, right, to starting a partnership that is not providing the results that it needs to. All right. So if one partner is doing most of the work while both companies receive the credit, how do you address it in this situation? If one partner is doing most of the work, but both companies are receiving the credit, what should be done to address this split?
Then that partnership becomes unhealthy, because contribution and reward has to be consistent. It has to be consistent, and it has to complement each other. I cannot be working day and night and somebody will be reaping it. So you need to review the responsibilities and rebalance the arrangements. So when you are signing agreements, what are the responsibilities? And signing of agreement, this is the problem we normally have. For instance, now, I'm seeking to offer you an agreement or a proposal. I say, okay, ASGAV and Builders Tribe. The agreement should not just focus on ASGAV, because the agreement is coming from me. So I need to maintain a balance. It has to state my responsibilities, then the responsibilities of Builders Tribe. If these are not clearly defined, there's a problem, because more or less, I will be giving more tax to you than you expect. And you'll be like, since the agreement is coming from you, so perhaps that's why the agreement looks like that. No, agreement is between parties. It's different from an engagement. Engagement, like, okay, I'm engaging you now, like I want to be paying you. It's a different thing. I will tell you what I want. Do you understand? But when it comes to partnership, I tell you what I want, and I will tell you what you should be expecting from me. Then we both have to sign it and agree to it. That's why it's an agreement. It's different from an employment letter that I just give you. Oh, these are your responsibilities, and you must meet them. When it comes to partnership, they must be clearly stated: the responsibility of company A and the responsibility of company B. So when someone is now working harder and the other one is reaping, then it becomes unhealthy. So we need to rebalance it.
All right. So no room for unhealthy partnerships in this house.
No.
All right. That's great.
There shouldn't be a sleeping partner.
Yeah, I've always thought that one. I've always thought sleeping partners, especially for young startups, it shouldn't be something that should be done. You know, you need to have an active partner.
Even if we are co-founder, there must be a particular skill that you have that I don't have. So if that is what we are leveraging on, fine. But I cannot be, maybe I'm the CTO and I'll be working on your own is just have the title co-founder. It doesn't work. There must be something you are doing.
All right. So now we're going to this is pretty much like the halfway point. So we're going to do a little break. We'll give Dr. Abdul Ghaffar some time to drink some water. And if you know you're watching live and you have any questions, please put your questions. I would figure out how to get the water to you, but for now you have to make do with the water that you have right there with you. So just give you some time to recuperate a bit, and then I'll be expecting questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, now is a good time to put it in the chat, If there are no questions after the break, we're going to go into the rest of the questions that I have. I'll be the sole winner today. And yeah, so I'll see everyone back in about 2 minutes.
In one word, describe the game's hangout.
Vibrant. Everyone's kind of getting along, playing games.
I would be underestimating if I gave it any less than a 10, right? I've met some fantastic people here today, so it's a 10.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, especially this drink from Quarter of Cards. Yes, the best drink ever, passion fruit.
I had a lot of fun, honestly. I feel I've been in touch with my inner child, which is something I should do more.
Such a different atmosphere altogether. I don't think I have ever been to such an event earlier.
What's your impression of Builders Tribe so far?
Builders Tribe just screams community. It's just for the people.
The way you've managed and organized this event, I'm really impressed because it's something that we haven't done before and we were lacking as a community.
It's a nice community. I love how you came up with the idea to network with a lot of people. Networking, chilling, hanging out, playing cards. I love it. Drinks, especially. I love my drinks.
Community. Coming together. I've met 6 new people today, which is really good. And I'm going to take those meetings further. I'm going to just through games.
It is getting interesting, and I think after today's conversation that I had around the table, there's some interesting subject and plan and project coming up.
This tech community is different in terms of the way networking is being happening. There are these young minds behind it, so we get to learn a lot with these guys.
I've been looking for a community such as this for quite some time.
It's a lovely community actually and diverse. I love that I met some people we work with as mentors in the community, and it's also fun to see some university students joining. So there's a really diverse, let's say, background of people joining all in all.
Bring that joy.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are currently discussing the lovely topic of business expansion through partnerships and collaboration. And we're discussing that with Dr. Abdul Ghaffar Assimi, and he's waiting on the other side to rejoin us. So I'm putting him back now. Hi, Dr. Abdul Ghaffar.
Hi, Ajay. Thank you.
All right. Let me take off this 1 minute. All right. So I was hoping I would get questions show up, but we don't have any questions yet. So I'm going to continue asking Dr. Abdul Ghaffar questions. So, okay. We have one question now. I would be taking that 1 minute. All right. So this question is from Meg Green. How do you protect your customers' idea, data, and business interests when collaborating with another company?
Okay. So it is very easy when you are collaborating, and that is where you have to be very careful when you are drafting agreements. And when you are trying to, it depends. Let's say, for instance, now you are partnering with an IT guy who will definitely have access to your data. Of course, he has access to your customers. He have access to. So the kind of agreements, and agreement is not a one way. Like the same agreement you have with company A, who will be handling your marketing, shouldn't be the same agreement to send to company B, who is helping you in ICT. Different things. So now it's now left to you to discuss with your legal team what kind of structure should you have in those agreements. So whatever agreement you're having, make sure that you are protecting your IP, especially for founders who are into tech. So make sure you are protecting your IP. So it won't be like your developer will just go away one day. And that's what is happening in the banking industry. You see that majority of them, once they leave, they start their own and they don't have. It happened to me because we run a particular fintech, and when the developer decided not to do it again, we'll be like, oh, there's no backup. Just observe that there was no backup for what we have been doing. It's not fair enough. So it depends. So you need to have a structure, and that structure is protection around your customer, protection around your investors, protection around the assets you have. So let it be stated in the agreement. Like, okay, for instance, now I can have an agreement with you and say that until after 12 months, you cannot do the same service you render to me to any other company. If you are okay with it, you can sign it. Why? Because I believe that this period, I will still be struggling with, okay, restructuring, or perhaps I'll still be struggling with protecting my customers or clients. So you not just put all the assets that all the customers I have and say, okay, you are going to another company, then you give it to them, especially in the sales team. So you can be like, okay, as a sales manager, I can tell you that in the next 6 months, you cannot work within the industry. It happens. If you sign it, fine. That means if you are a real estate sales agent and you are leaving my company, you cannot work in a real estate company. You can work in any other industry, but not real estate. Why? Because you have some properties to you, like some properties you have sourced or within the company, and you have access to some real estate investors. So you now start to market the same, you now start to use the same investors or the same client to drive lead or to drive sales to the other company. So I can use that one to protect my my clients. So it depends exclusively. You just need to work with your team, your legal team, and see how best you can. Like I said, it's not a one way. So you can see how best you can make the agreements healthy and favorable in your times.
All right. That's we have real Sam Olu here says it's very enlightening, and yeah, so the audience is really happy that you're doing this. Lots of people are learning. People have been sharing different things as we've been going through. Yeah, and we have one more question. So thanks for putting that in. You know, everyone needs to take legal very seriously, but then there's only so much your legal team can do, right? So you have
Yeah.
to also think through the specific industry. What could be the risk cases? What are the edge cases that I could consider, so that when the document is drafted, it actually favors you and favors the partner. All right. There's another question here that I think we can take, and maybe use it to wrap up today. All right, for a founder listening today who wants to secure their first serious strategic partnership, what would they do in the next 30 days?
For a serious founder,
Yes.
look
That wants
into
to get their first serious strategic partnership, what should they do in the next 30 days specifically?
have clarity. You need to first define why do you need a partner. So
Okay.
once you identify the reason why you need a partner, then you now look at, okay, what kind of partners do you need? It's not everybody that can be your partner, especially the toxic one. So you identify, do I really need a partner?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something I can do on my own? If I cannot do it on my own, who are those things? Who are those people I can partner with? Like I said, let me still use the Qatar stuff. When we got here, like I said, I registered as a business consultancy firm and be like, oh, anybody that I approach and tell them that, oh, I have a business, and they ask me what kind of business, what do I say? Business manager, business manager. What do you like? It's sounding like why should I engage you when I have big companies that can? Do you get it? So if that be the case, I cannot do it. So let me leverage, let me partner with local markets. Then we now start to go to different businesses that are doing the same business we do. So what are those things you want to? Virtually everybody are interested in cross-border partnership. You understand? And that is how we penetrated. So you need to first look at what do you, it's not, like I said, and I will continue to repeat this, it's not a competition. So you cannot do it all in all. Let me use the fintech. I was with a colleague of mine who is also in fintech, and be like, okay, they have an existing system, and we wanted to make a naira transfer and convert it to Qataria. I mean, like, there's no particular one that converts naira to Qataria. So what do we do? So we're now looking. I have the plan to have an app for it. We also have the idea of creating an app for it. We don't have to compete. Let's do it together. So since you are good at IT, I'm good at business development. So let me develop the plan and give it to you to work on. So, and that's how we become a partner. So it's very simple. Just what instead of just hiring IT person to come and work. So I already have a partner who's just serving as the CTO. You understand? And I will be serving as the business developer. It's quite easy. So we come up with a product, then we sell it out. We have our sharing formula. So you need to first identify why do you need a partner, then what kind of partner do you need, then how long should the partnership be? What can you let go of the business idea you have? Because you are the sole owner of your business, but I should be able to let go of 50%, 30%, 40% of it to someone. Then should it be a long term? Should it be a short term? After what should I take over my full ownership back? So these are the things. It's not a one direction response, but it is in you that you sit down, identify the reason why you need it. But if there's no why to you for seeking for a partner, then you have a problem already. There must be a reason why you are seeking for a partner. That is big. That will give you a direction and give you the reason to maintain that partnership.
All right. Thank you so much for going into detail. Like, we have 2 more questions. I'm a little concerned. We don't have a lot of time. So if you can answer them very briefly, we can take both of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Both of them, interestingly, are around trust and legal and everything. So, Omorubo. Omorubo, or oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm destroying your name right now. Omorubo Oluwatobi is asking, does all of this bureaucracy around trust not slow down things since both parties are claiming to be two wise?
Well, partnership is all about trust. Yeah. Just like the same way you look for in relationship, you look for partner. The same thing is applicable in business. Because your partner happens to be your fiancé, your husband or your wife. If there's no trust in that marriage, then you have problem. So if there's no trust in the business, there's problem. I will have to be thinking, has he closed deal that he does not want me to know? Does he have a client that you're already creating problem? There must be trust. And you need to protect that trust so there won't be a breach in between. So while you are doing that, that's why I said when you have already identified why you need a partner, then what kind of partner do you need? You need to make research. If I see company A, Y, Z online and I think, okay, there's something we can work with, it's not just to approach them with proposal. My first thing is to do my due diligence on the company. Let me see their reputation. Let me see what they have done so far. Let me see where they are going. Then we get on a call. Oh, I'm also company, I have this. What do you think we can do in common? Let's see. Then, the first 2-3 months, or it depends on the longevity of your agreement, you try to examine each other, not by looking at, let me see where they will fail, so that I will just choke them. No, because before you sign the agreement, you are already creating a trust in them. So see to the end, and once you have done your due diligence, I think it has already solved the problem. Work with your instinct. Should I work with them or not? And once you have signed the agreement, you have created the trust until it proves otherwise.
All right. Thanks for that. Just to buttress it, so that's why I wanted that question to come first, right? So, like, what key clauses? So, just give us just 2 clauses that you think have to absolutely be in the partnership agreement for founders to protect their IP and business interests.
Key clauses.
Two.
2. Okay.
Yes.
The first one I think which is very which is necessary is the exclusivity. It is very essential. Then the exit plan. That one is also essential because if it is not well cleared, you end up in a toxic partnership. You don't cannot find your way out of it. You are now choked and you are now hooked. So there must be a plan for you that what are you letting go and for how long. So if I'm partnering with you, I'm letting go of something and I'm giving you access to something, then how do I protect this? The assets I'm giving to you might be my clients, might be my password users or whatever. So we must have a central data system where both of us are. And let me say this: for as the owner of the business, it depends because you might be having the higher share of the business. So make sure you have a central data system that both of you have access to. And if you are the owner of the idea, make sure that you are having a backup, like a backup that it is only for you. But because if anything goes wrong, the other partner will not say, okay, since I have access to it, so I can turn it around. So by the time you want to turn it around, you already get notification and you can just decline that. So those of us who are into tech understand this. So you need to protect that. Then the exit, it must be clearly defined. Okay, the exit plan is that we give you 3 months notification, or we'll give you 6 month notification, or it can be instant. It depends on the nature of or the situation on ground. Maybe there was a breach of our agreement or there was misrepresentation. And those are the things that has to be clearly defined. If I'm representing you or I'm misusing the assets that you have given to me. So it must be clearly discussed and putting down in pen so that I will know when should I tell you goodbye or when should I tell you, okay, let's continue. Every partnership, every agreement must have an entry and it must definitely have an exit.
Yeah, thank you so much for going into details like this. I've taken lots of notes. All the times I was off screen, I've been taking things down. I think this was a very valuable session. Thanks to the audience that stayed this long. Let me, you know, everybody involved, both Dr. Abdul Ghaffar that volunteered his time to speak to everyone today, and everyone online interacting, sending their questions. We're lucky to have you. And so once again, before we leave, I would like to say a couple of things. First, most important, please follow or connect with Dr. Abdul Ghaffar on LinkedIn. He does share lots of like tidbits like this and things that would help you. And you can also reach out to him if you need his services on the Ashcaf group. And also, do not hesitate to follow Builders Tribe on all social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So thank you, Dr. Abdul Ghaffar, for your
Thank
time.
you, Ajay, for having me.
All right, so this brings us to the end of today's Tech Forward Talks. We'll see you again next month. Look out for our next speaker. It's going to be a packed session as usual. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye for now.